and namaste. All right, we need to take care of ourselves, because when you take time for yourself, you're doing others a favor, because you can balance their needs with your own to become happier about helping them. Now, sometimes we just need to stop trying to do more, and take time to meditate and digest our experiences. At the winter solstice, which we're rapidly approaching, there's a pregnant pause when the days temporarily stay the same length. So we too may pause to meditate on what has been most precious to us in the past year, and envision how we can grow that in the future. Okay. There's a Sanskrit term called Soma, and this is a sweet nectar-like substance that nourishes our body and mind with its blissful energy. Soma represents the honey sweetness of life that we need to pause from time to time to savor and appreciate. This morning, we'll embark on a slow, meditative asana practice focused on self-care. And we'll start just by breathing. If you can sit in a comfortable position, draw the lower back in and roll the shoulders up and back. Center with breaths of refreshment and restoration. And relish the stillness of not having to do anything except breathe. Now, we will get into the mudra later, but for now I'll ask you to come up and stand. And relax your arms by your side. Separate the feet hip distance or more so there's a stable foundation in the soles of the feet. Strengthen the legs and tighten the tummy. And begin to circle the head, inhaling, looking up to the sky, and exhaling, looking down to the earth. So each breath is complete, and the speed is constant on the inhale and the exhale. That's right. When you're ready, change the direction, circling the opposite way. Remembering to press down through the legs and feet to keep the spine long. And then bring hands behind the neck, massage the neck a bit here, rubbing with the fingertips. And then around the shoulders. And start to circle with the elbows around in big circles, loosening up the shoulders and neck. That's good, that's right. And now bring the hands to the lower back and press the hips forward. Inhale, arch back. And moving gently with the breath. That's perfect. Hold on to the sides of the hips next and start circling those hips around. Yeah, that's good. And when you're ready, change the circles. Good. And now slide the hands down the outsides of the legs, bending the knees, cross over the tops, and inhale up the inner legs and around the sides of the hips again to start down on the exhale. Up on the inhale. Rolling the shoulders, letting your body just flow like water. Soma is liquid-like, sort of circulating that good feeling. All right, now lift up the arms overhead and spread the fingers. Woo! Stretch, full body stretch. Twist a little to the left and twist a little to the right. And if you want, even interlace the fingers, go back to the first side. And then the next side, twisting, stretching that side. In the hands behind the head and open the elbows. Inhale, arch back. And on the exhale, bend forward, the elbows coming down towards the knees. And inhale, stand and open the chest. Exhale, bend forward, rounding and stretching the back of the neck. So you keep a little resistance between the head and the hands. So you're also strengthening the neck muscles as they're stretching. Okay, and then release the hands. Wow. From here, we get to come down to the mat. Lay down just in a prone position. Nose to nose.
Hi.
Yeah. And here we're going to take Sphinx arms. So press the forearms down, pull back with the shoulder blades. Okay, and then twist the hips to the side, take the foot and tap it to that far side, and then roll to the second side, tapping behind, if you have space. Just a couple of times. You don't have to tap, you can just twist the hips, whatever. Just bending the knees and twisting the shins is fine. You can manage that. All right. Now, bring the hands under the shoulders, curl the chest up into cobra. That's right. Okay, roll the shoulders down, lift the heart up, squeezing the buttocks, strengthen the lower back. And then lift up the hips to kneeling, table pose. Curl the toes under for downward dog and lift up the knees. Moving with the breath, soften the knees on the inhale and then lengthen the legs and arms on the exhale. Good job, that's it. Wonderful. Take one more complete breath. And then lower the knees down to table. And press back to child's pose. Bring the forearms to the mat and then your head to the mat also. When you lift the hips up, you're rolling towards the crown of the head in rabbit pose. Inhale and lower the hips towards the heels into child's pose. And continue breathing and rocking back and forth on the head to eventually stretch the back of the neck and massage the cranium. Then lift the head up, come up to table pose slowly. Take the right arm, thread it under the left, and the right side of the head now comes to the mat to stretch the outside of that right shoulder and neck, and to also massage that side of the cranium, rolling back and forth on the side of the head. Then lift up that right shoulder. Thread the left arm underneath. So the left side of the head and shoulder come down and press against the floor. Moving a little back and forth to massage the head on the mat. Hopefully that's soft enough. Lift up when you're ready. Back to table pose. And step right foot forward, low lunge. Okay, I'll give you all a little more space here by turning around. The right foot forward, low lunge. Climb hands up to the right knee and press down through the legs with enough impetus to solidify and steady yourself. Then raise the arms so that you can spread your wings. Be free to breathe. Okay, we're not just doing poses, we're experiencing them, we're being alive in them. And bring the hands down. Keep the left hand down while you raise the right arm again and look up to the right hand as a twist. Okay. And lower the right hand, bring it to the inside of the leg. Start to straighten the right leg and lift up the right toes. Soften the knee on the inhale, lengthen the neck and spine. And tighten the tummy on the exhale to deepen that fold. Good deep breaths. You can complete the inhalation before moving ahead to the exhalation. You can take time to smell the roses in your asana practice. Walk the hands over to the left side, pivot on the left knee, and the left hand now comes all the way to the back of the mat where you can lift the right arm and open the chest. Okay, press the hips forward so there's a back bending quality to this. That's right, you got it. Lower the right hand and walk the hands around again to the front of the mat. So the right arm is inside the right leg, or up on a block, or up on the leg, but probably floor is steadiest. Then open the left arm. Okay. This is a gate pose. And lower the left hand and step the right foot back. Left foot forward to low lunge. Pause where you can. Reestablish your deep roots into the mat. Breathe with the pose. So it's a living, breathing experience and not just something to check off our list that, oh, we've done that pose, we've done that pose, we've done that pose. We've lived the pose. And lower the hands. Keep the right hand down while you twist to the left and lift the left arm up. That's good. That's nice. Beautiful. Lower the left hand. Bring it to the inside of the leg. Move that left foot forward a few inches. Then fold over the left hip. Start with the knee bent while you lengthen the back, straighten the neck, and tighten the kneecap. Squeeze in through the navel as you exhale. And just pulse a little bit with each breath. You can sweeten the pose on the inhale. Taste that nectar of Soma on the exhale. And walk the hands around to the right side until the right hand comes to the back of the mat. Lift up the left arm and open the chest, tilting the head back, and squeeze the buttocks so you press the hips up and forward. Good. And release. Walk the hands back to the front of the mat, bringing the left arm inside the leg, and then sweep the right arm up and forward over the ear. Maintain strong pressure down through the back of the left heel. Push down through the right knee so you're stretching along that right side of the hip. And hands down, step the left foot back. Okay, doing great here. Come back to downward dog. Relaxing the shoulders and knees on the inhale. Sense where your body is in space. Lengthen the arms and legs as you exhale with more strength, hugging the muscles to the bone. And pulsing with the breath between effort and ease. And rest the knees down. Those are beautiful downward dogs. Bring the hands up to hold on to the hips. We'll do camel pose, doing just one arm at a time. Take the right arm up. Look up as you follow it with your gaze and tilt the head back as the arm moves behind the shoulder. Now squeeze the buttocks and lift up the heart. Okay. If it seems reasonable, you can bring that right hand down to the heel, or bring the right hand to the right hip. And then we'll switch arms. Hold the right hip with the hand, lift the left arm, and tilt the head back as you reach behind. Squeeze the buttocks and lift the chest. If you choose to, bring the left hand to the left heel. That's an option. Or hold on to the left hip. And release. Come up with an inhale. And rest the legs to the front of the mat. And we won't be holding boat pose very long, but just briefly, please lift the legs into a V shape. You can support with the hands or choose not to if you do this regularly. Okay, then rest, bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, the hands behind the hips, and push down through the feet and hands, lift up high with the hips. Good, that's it. Squeeze the buttocks, lift on the inhale, and then lower down and rest. Here. Good, we've done that. We're gonna come to a wide leg, forward bend. You may want to turn to the side of the mat if you need to conserve space or stagger with your neighbor. And you may need to sit up on a little bit of height, like a blanket, if you find you're falling backwards a lot. Or you can support behind with the hands like kickstands behind you. So the lower back can draw in. That's good. Inner body bright. And if you can maintain that natural curve in the lower back, you start to fold forward. All right, so just a little bit at a time. Pulse with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, strengthen. Tightening the leg muscles, those quadriceps. Pulling the thigh bones up into the hip sockets for safer stretch. The long, deep breaths give you time to really enjoy the sensation of the pose without force or strain. You can start to appreciate the sweetness, and the juiciness, and the succulent flavor of each pose. When you take this time to pause, and slowly lift the back up. Yes. And slide the left hand down the left leg. Reach over the ear with the right arm for a side stretch. Okay? And it may seem counterintuitive to push away with that left hand, but by doing that, you're grounding more through the right sitting bone. So you get a wider stretch along that right side of the waist. Good. That's it. You've done it. Switch arms, the right hand towards the right ankle, and stretch the left arm overhead. Pushing away with that right hand will help ground that left sitting bone. Expand along the sides of the body and not compress too much into that right hip. Excellent. Lift up and rest. Those are beautiful. We'll lift up the knees and stretch head to knee pose. Yeah. Left leg forward for Janu Shirshasana, head to knee. So again, if you wish to be up on a little height, this will make it easier to keep the back from rounding. You can tilt the pelvis forward a little bit by sitting on that front and breathe more complete breaths in the chest. Now lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach, and exhale, fold. Tighten the tummy as you come forward, bending over that left hip, but trying not to overreach with the arms where you'll be tensing up the shoulders. Keep the shoulders relaxed and the muscular energy focused in the core of the pelvis. And the strength of the legs. A nice deep breath. So over a series of breaths, you can really taste the juice, the sweetness. And gradually release that stretch, lift up, and exchange legs. Extend the right, bend the left knee. Make sure you have a stable foundation, both sitting bones Backs of the legs pressing down. That you can lengthen on the inhale, lift up, and exhale, bow forward. Still keeping the spine long. And tucking the chin slightly so the back of the neck doesn't pinch. Shoulders stay relaxed. Long, deep breaths that help calm the mind, bring peace, tranquility, and eventually still those busy thoughts in the mind. So that you can be centered on this experience right here and now. And taste every nuance. And lift up when you're done to a straight back. All right. And we'll do Sukhasana, or easy seated pose. Okay, so just bringing again a sense of stillness to the body by aligning with the natural force of gravity and the crown of the head in a plumb line right over the sitting bones. Okay, so when you feel you're in that balanced alignment, you wouldn't be falling backward or collapsing forward. You're just going to hold that position, and we'll use Shanmukti Mudra eventually, but first is the Brahmari breath. So this is frequently called the bumblebee breath because you're making a humming sound with your mouth to imitate bumblebee collecting his nectar for the winter. And just take nice breath in. Lightly close the lips and hum. Try another breath in. You got the idea. You could form a kazoo choir, I think. But next we add the Shanmukti Mudra. Okay, so Shanmukti, to describe it, closes the openings of the mouth, the nose, eyes, and ears with the hands. It supports the yogic practice of pratyahara, withdrawal of the senses. It's the fifth limb of Ashtanga Yoga as taught in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. So the 6 gates being closed are the 2 ears, the 2 eyes, the nose, and the mouth. By lightly sealing these 6 gates, the yogi turns inward to cultivate the art of withdrawal, which nourishes inner peace and calmness. I can't do it with my eyeglasses, so to describe it, I'll first start with the eyes, because once you close the ears, you can't hear me. The index fingers are going to lightly pin the eyelids down, and then the middle fingers are going to lightly close the nostrils, and then the ring and little fingers are going to pinch the lips together, sealing the mouth. And then you have the thumbs left over, which are going to seal the ears. But before you do that, know that you're going to do the Brahmari breath again, making the bumblebee noise. After you close your ears and seal them, you're going to see what you experience in your skull there. So we're closing the gates here with the hands, and then the ears, and then starting the Brahmari bumblebee breath. Okay, you can rest your hands down now. Hopefully that was an enjoyable experience of relaxing vibration in the skull. And now we'll lie down and rest. Lift up the knees, hold the backs of the thighs, and rock back and forth a few times on your back like a rocking chair. Tuck the chin, so you're massaging along the back. And then when you're ready, rest down on your back, keeping the knees bent. And reclining leg cradle, cross the right ankle over the left knee. And reach between the legs with the right arm to clasp hands around the left thigh or over the shin, somewhere where you can bring your head and shoulders back down to the floor. And still breathe calmly, deeply, stretching this right hip, gradually deepening the stretch as you exhale, and loosening the stress and tension on the inhale. And gradually rest both feet back to the mat, and then cross the left ankle over the right knee, lifting up the right foot and drawing the right knee towards the chest, where you can still rest your head on the floor, tightening the arms a little on the exhale, adding to the stretch, but also strengthening with muscular energy. Pulse to relaxation on the inhale and strengthening on the exhale. And rest both feet back to the mat. And open the knees so the soles of the feet are touching in reclining cobbler. Let the heels move away as much as needed to relax and open the pelvis. To breathe calmly and deeply, so that you can rest in the awareness of the breath. The cool touch of the inhalation flowing in through the nostrils, and the warmth of the exhalation flowing over the upper lip. And just experience whatever this pose brings up. As thoughts bubble up to the surface of your mind, just let them float away and stay present with this experience. Just willing to accept whatever this experience can teach. Now I'd like you to interlace the hands above the head with the elbows bent, and take the elbows and knees over to the right side, rolling onto your right side. And then opening again, like a book. Open the elbows, open the knees, and continue on to the left side, folding the knees and elbows together there. So you're going just simply from side to side, rolling on the floor like a kid, having fun. And then extend the legs and take the hands to the back of the skull, where you can cradle the skull with your fingertips and make a type of fulcrum with the tips of the fingers under the back edge of the skull and the cranium, where the occipital ridge is. And then you have the freedom to sort of tilt the head from side to side, back and forth, and just massage along the base of the skull and the top of the neck with your fingertips. And then resting the head, take the fingers to the ears and massage those ears. This all has a calming effect on the parasympathetic nervous system. The vagus nerve is the wandering one that helps us relax, heal, and restore. And when you're done massaging the ears, again, stretch the arms up overhead for a full body stretch, and spread the fingers, and spread the toes, and stretch the arms and the legs, and every muscle gets one more delicious stretch, extension, contraction, whatever you need in the wrists and the ankles and your face and your mouth. Even the tongue may need a good stretch. Enjoy that nice, delicious stretch. And whenever your body's had enough, you can bring your arms down by your side and begin to arrange yourself for Shavasana. Let me dim the lights down a bit, or you may choose to add on your sweaters or blankets. I see, right behind you. So we can have a lengthy Shavasana, because that's the perfect way to pause and restore ourselves. All right. Need your lights dimmed here too. All right, tuck yourselves in, warm and cozy. Just make sure you're comfortably settled. And you can open the shoulders and breathe comfortably, natural breaths. That refresh you, that restore you. And as your body finds its peaceful resting position, it'll want to move less and less, and allow you to enjoy stillness, quiet, and peace. And over time, your body will relax more and more, and your breath will quiet. And you've relaxed your face and eyes, and slackened your jaw. And you've relaxed your shoulders and arms. And released any holding or gripping in the hands or fingers. And you've relaxed your back and chest so that they can just simply release into the floor. And you've relaxed your stomach and hips. And you've relaxed your legs, your knees, and your ankles. And you relaxed your feet and toes so that they can rest. And even though you're very relaxed, you can make yourself even more relaxed, scanning from your feet up through the legs, the hips, relaxing any last vestiges of tension or effort in the abdomen or in the chest. The arms just sinking into the floor as the back surrenders trustfully into the mat. Good. Mastered this pose, and we'll have a little breathing awareness here, breath awareness, called aharana pranayama. And in this practice, you're going to be focusing on one part of the body and imagining the breath going right to that part of the body. And the first point is to focus on the center of the forehead and inhale to the center of the forehead and exhale at the center of the forehead. Inhale once more to the center of the forehead and exhale at the center of the forehead. And last time, inhale to the center of the forehead and exhale at the center of the forehead. Okay? Next point is the third eye. Inhale between the eyebrows to the third eye and exhale at the third eye. Next point are the inner corners of the eyes. To inhale there and exhale at the eyes. Inhale to the tip of the nostrils and exhale at the tip of the nostrils. Inhale to the center of the throat and exhale at the center of the throat. Inhale to the two shoulders and exhale to the two shoulders. Inhale to the upper arms and exhale at the upper arms. Inhale to the elbows and exhale at the elbows. Inhale to the wrists and exhale at the wrists. Inhale to the center of the palms and exhale at the center of the palms. Inhale again at the center of the palms and exhale at the center of the palms. Inhale to the wrists and exhale at the wrists. Inhale to the elbows and exhale at the elbows. Inhale at the upper arms and exhale at the upper arms. Inhale at the shoulders and exhale at the shoulders. Inhale at the center of the throat and exhale at the throat center. Inhale at the heart center. Exhale at the heart center. Inhale at the base of the breastbone. And exhale to the base of the breastbone. Inhale to the navel center. And exhale at the navel center. Inhale to the sacral center. And exhale at the sacral center. Inhale to the root center at the base of the spine. And exhale at the root center. Repeating, inhale at the root center. And exhale at the root center. Inhale at the sacral center. And exhale at the sacral center. Inhale at the navel center. And exhale at the navel center. Inhale at the base of the breastbone. And exhale at the base of the breastbone. Inhale to the heart center. And exhale at the heart center. Inhale to the throat center. And exhale at the throat center. Inhale to the tip of the nostrils. Exhale at the tip of the nostrils. Inhale to the corners of the eyes. And exhale at the corners of the eyes. Inhale to the third eye between the eyebrows. And exhale at the third eye. Inhale to the center of the forehead. And exhale at the center of the forehead. Inhale at the crown of the head. And exhale at the crown of the head. Inhale at the crown of the head. And exhale at the crown of the head. And inhale to the crown. And exhale at the crown. Now you breathe as though your whole body breathes. Resting in awareness of your breath as it permeates and sinks into every nook and cranny of your whole body. This liquid Soma, this blissful energy can saturate every cell in your whole body and fill your mind with bliss, peace, and tranquility. You deserve this time of peace, rest, and rejuvenation because you're a good person and you need to take care of yourself. We need to take time to stop and smell the roses in life. Remember all the pleasurable things that we enjoy. And focus on how we can enhance our relationships and enjoy more of this in the future. Start to deepen your breath and gradually begin to move once more in your body to awaken the muscles in the hands or face, and gradually roll over to your right side. That's the way. Yeah. And as you're ready to rise back up again in a comfortable seated pose, refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to move forward with your day. It is such a joy for me to be in such fine company as yourselves. Thank you to everyone here in person, and thank you to everyone online. Namaste. Namaste.